Hey guys, again it's another video, manze. It's your boy Frank. So today I wanted, I have just placed a certain trade, so I wanted to take you the whole process where I did take that trade, show you my exact strategy and the exact reason why I executed the trade, and we wait and see what happens to the trade. I'll update you whether it becomes a winner or a loser. So I don't think I need any more introduction. Let's jump into the charts. That's what makes sense as for now. So without much further ado, let's go here. So this is the okay. Yesterday I did take this trade. It's a GBP GPY. Yeah, Great Britain Japanese yen. I did take this trade. It was a sell position, and it turned out to be a winner. It gave me $50 actually. Okay, to give me, yeah. So today I will show the exact process that I used to take this particular trade, and uh, and then maybe we can see what happens today. Of course, it's not a guaranteed winner, and we are just playing out our edge. And there is a 60% probability that this trade turns to be a winner, and there is still a 40% probability that this trade turns out to be a loser. So just bring out our edge. So without much further ado, let's jump into it. I don't know whether to first explain my strategy and then we can then analyze. I think that that's better because maybe some of you are new to my channel and don't know my strategy. So as I always say, my strategy is always simple. I just like keeping everything super simple and very objective. I like keeping my rules very straight because so that you can be, it's either that rule is evident or it's not. There is nothing like, oh, this is not clear, it's not clear. I just like keeping things very, very simple so that when you're breaking the rules, you can know, yes, I'm breaking the rules and it's very evident. There is nothing like confusion. So without much further ado, let's jump into it. So for me, I do usually use two time frames, the 4 hours time frame and the 1 hour time frame. I only use two time frames. Yeah, the two time frames are good because the higher time frame helps you to view the general trend of the market and trade accordingly to it. And then, yeah, it improves the accuracy. So the only thing that I do look in the 4 hours chart, it's very, very simple. So let's assume this is, I do use the 50 exponential moving average. So for those who don't know the 50 exponential moving average, you come here to the indicators and then you search moving average exponential. It's my favorite. It's the only indicator actually that I use. So you come here to the settings and then here length, you place 50 and then close here, blah blah blah, everything, it's fine. Yeah, I do. That's the only indicator actually that I do use. So, uh, assuming this is the 50 exponential moving average, I want just to first explain it theoretically here, then we can go back to the charts. So, assuming this is the 50 exponential moving average, we are looking for three consecutive closes above 50 exponential moving average. If we have three consecutive closes above 50 exponential moving average, then we are looking for long trades. Yeah, we are looking for buy opportunities. If there are three consecutive closes below 50 exponential moving average, then we are looking for short trades or sell opportunities. I don't know if that's clear. That's very obvious because if when you spot the market, for example, like this one, there's nothing like confusion maybe in the 4 hours chart. It's either there are three consecutive closes or there are no. For example, in our case, you can see that there are three consecutive closes. You can't say that there isn't because it's very obvious. Yeah, so I think for me, that's one of my secrets. I just like keeping everything super simple and very obvious and very objective. Yeah, so that's the first condition that I do look at in the 4 hours chart. So after from 4 hours chart, then I jump into 1 hour chart when that condition is met. So in the 1 hour chart, the only conditions that I do look for example, let's assume there are three consecutive closes above 50 exponential moving average. Let's assume there are three consecutive closes. We do we do look for market to be in a clear trend, in a clear uptrend. Yeah, the market should be in a clear uptrend and clearly above 50 exponential moving average. So assuming maybe in the 4 hours chart we had 3 consecutive closes, what I'm looking for is the market to be forming this kind of higher highs, higher lows, like that. I need the market to be in a very clear uptrend. And this uptrend should be in above 50 exponential moving average. I don't know if that's understandable, but I think it's obvious. Yeah, so the market should be in a clear uptrend and clearly above 50 exponential moving average. Yeah, so that's the second condition that I do look for. So after that condition, the condition that I do look for my strategy is the market to pull back to major level of structure. This is usually my major level of structure. This one, the level that the market had the previous high for up trades. Yeah, this is the level that I do focus on. The market should pull back to this level. So in this level, for me to consider it as a major level of structure, it must have been tested multiple times in the past. Yeah, not only this time here, but multiple times in the past. Maybe two, three, four, 5 times. I don't know. The more times it has been tested, the more it has more power, and the more good it is. So I do look for the market to be tested multiple times in the past. Let me explain it here theoretically. Let's assume the market was here. I do look if the market has had been tested multiple times in the past like that. If this happens, if I look back and see that this market has been tested once, twice, and this is the third time, and then uh, I'm waiting for the market to come to this zone, then this becomes obviously a major level of structure. So I think that's clear and obvious, right? Yeah. So that's for the bullish example. For the sell opportunities, everything is the same. There is nothing different there, to be honest. So let me delete this one and do just a quick review of so yeah, for sale opportunities, it's everything it's just the opposite. So let's maybe go to the charts. So I don't know whether first to explain the trade that I took yesterday and then explain the trade that I'm taking today. But I think it will be quite obvious. Yeah. Let me first explain the yesterday's trade. So let's go to the 4 hours chart. As you can see, there were 3 consecutive closes below 50 exponential moving average. This is the 4 hour chart. As you can see, this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, those were 3 consecutive closes below 50 exponential moving average. So that rule was clearly made. There was nothing like confusion. It was made. I didn't break that rule. Now we had to go to the 1 hour chart. If you look to the 1 hour chart, if you look here, the market had changed the direction and started reversing, forming lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and lower highs. And then that means the market was in a clear and in a very clear downtrend. Yeah, in the 1 hour chart. And it was below the 50 exponential moving average. So the market was in a downtrend and below the 50 exponential moving average. So still that rule was clearly made. The third rule was that the market must pull back to the previous major level of structure. So this was the previous major level of structure, the previous lower low. As you can see, the market pulled back here. Yeah. So, and this level must have been tested multiple times in the past. As you can see, this level had been tested 2 times in the past. I don't know if there are more times, but those 2 times are enough. Yeah, so that means the first 3 rules are met. So what I was looking for is just an entry reason for me to execute this trade. As you can see, when the market got into this zone, it had a great selling pressure. This closed below candle. This shows that sellers are coming in and there is great selling momentum. So this is when I executed my trade. I placed my stop loss few pips above the swing high and I placed my stop loss 2 times. I placed my take profit 2 times of my stop loss. And this trade, as you can see, it turned out to be one of the best opportunities. Even if I maybe I placed times 3, if you took risk reward ratio of 1:3, it could have still be a profit, but I do follow my rules very, very strictly. So let's see for this opportunity. So right now let me delete these old rules and then we can analyze uh, this opportunity very, very clearly. Yeah, so let's start in the 4 hours chart and see if we follow all the rules. There are three consecutive closes below the 50 exponential moving average. As you can see, there are even more than three consecutive closes in the below the 50 exponential moving average. So that rule is met. So let's go to the 1 hour chart. In the 1 hour chart, the market must be in a clear downtrend and below the 50 exponential moving average. As you can see, I don't think I need to explain that this market is in a downtrend. The market is in a very, very, very clear downtrend here. Yeah. And the other thing, it's below the 50 exponential moving average. So that road is perfectly met. Yeah. So the other thing that I do say is the market must pull back to previous major level structure. Come on. Previous major level structure that has been tested multiple times in the past. Yeah, so this was the previous lower low, so the market has pulled back to it. So let's see if this major level structure has been tested multiple times in the past or not. So let's go back here, baby. As you can see, this is one time the market has tested this major level structure. This is the second time, and this is the third time. These three times makes it a major level structure. Yeah, since it has been tested multiple times in the past. Yeah. So once the market gets into this particular zone, what I do look for is an entry reason. An entry reason I do look for selling pressure. There's something that shows that sellers are coming in and they may take the momentum. So the only thing that I do here is that I come here and take my short positions. I place my short position there, and then I place my stop loss just a few pips above the swing high, and then placed my stop loss, my take profit, I mean two times of my stop loss. And then after that, that's the trade I just executed right now. Yeah. So let's wait and see what happens. I don't know how long it will take, but that's the trade that I just executed. It's a GBP JPY. It's live in the market right now, as you can see. So let's wait and see whether this becomes a winner or a loser. Yeah. So so guys, that was my analysis for today. And from today, from all the pairs that I do trade, that was the only opportunity that I had. Yeah, that was and for me, I don't force any trades. So it's either the trade meets 100% of my requirements or I let it go. I don't have compromise for my trades. It's either 100% rules or nothing. So today, at least I had an opportunity. I don't know how it turns, but what I usually do is I do trade in a span of 20 trades. And I know if I become consistent in my rules, out of those 20 trades, I'll have at least the worst maybe scenario that happens is I have 9 winners and maybe 11 losers. And when you assess that using a risk reward ratio of maybe 1:2, in the long run, out of 20 trades, you tend to have more profits than losers. So overall, you make your money. So the biggest maybe challenge that people faces is that maybe I come here, I train your strategy, and you think maybe when you go and you go and trade it, you expect to win maybe 100%, 90%, 80% of the times. That's not actually the case. Sometimes maybe it go to even 50%, 45%, 60%. It depends. It's not always the same because in the market, as you will know, anything can happen. Anything can happen, and you can't say that since you have tested the strategy and it has 60% win rate, that every time it will be winning 6 out of 10. That's the average thing, but not always. So the most important thing is have good psychology, have good risk management, and be consistent in your rules. Be consistent in your actually being consistent in your rules. That's the most important thing. So maybe for those who will watch this video, maybe like if you have watched it to the end, that means you have liked the video. So like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what maybe I need to do next time. Yeah, I'll for sure do it. For sure do it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, so that's the end.